the enigmatic entrepreneur whose words will make you sure. Know, trust, and believe. The master teacher has come to help you succeed. The gem dropper, the truth speaker, the voice in the universe that will bring you to your highest peak. Welcome to the Get High on Motivation Show with Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, love bugs. It is your favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator. And welcome to the Get Higher Motivation Show. I am a holistic leadership development expert here to help you get from where you are to where you desire to be. Because wherever that is, you deserve it. Whatever you desire to be, do, or have, you deserve it. You're worthy and you are enough, love bug. So welcome to the show if it's your first time. Around here, we get together once a week so we can work on being 1% better in one area of our life, so that way we can get to where we desire. We're not trying to make leaps and bounds because we know that an overnight success takes 5 to 10 years, and we're ready to put in the work. We are committed to doing the work to get us to our desired and deserved destination. I am so glad you tuned in. So if you are not ready to change your mind, then you're in the wrong show. If you're not ready to be exposed to some new concepts possibly, or to be even challenged, then you're tuning into the wrong show. Because if I'm not here just to pat you on the back and motivate you, no, I am here to have a come to Jesus meeting with you every single week so we can really have some true growth, true development, and make some real strides towards our success. So again, welcome. Every week we start with some food for thought, and today our food for thought comes from a fortune cookie. And it says, every adversity carries with it a seed of equal or greater benefit. Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. AKA, there's a bright side somewhere. Yeah, there's always a silver lining in everything. There's always a positive. That's why nothing is good or bad or positive and negative a lot of times. It's more about what is and what is not. And every adversity that comes our way, to me, is an opportunity. It is exactly that. It is an opportunity for us to level up, an opportunity for us to learn something new about somebody else, or maybe even learn something about ourselves. It's in adversity when our true character is revealed to ourselves. That's when you really see what you're really made of. That's how you see how strong, how capable you really are, because you are all of that. You are enough to do what it is that you came to do. And you came for something. You didn't just magically pop up here on earth. You chose to be here for a reason, and you were sent here on a mission with a divine purpose. And it's time, if you haven't already, to start unpacking that purpose and following it and using it to profit, if nothing else. Your profit lies in your passion. Your profit lies in your purpose. So let's start making sure that we're working on the reason that we came to this earth, and know that everything that's coming at us is coming at us for a reason. Everything is always working out for me. Say that to yourself. Say it right now. Everything is always working out for me, because it is. Everything is always working out for you, and everything will always continue to work out for you. You have survived 100% of your days. You have survived 100% of your experiences. You have survived 100% of the adverse situations that have come into your life experience, because you're capable, because you're ready. And if you're not ready, then the experience came to ready you, to prepare you, to strengthen you for whatever is coming next. You have made some real big requests from the universe. I know you have. That's why we're having this conversation right now. But when we make these big requests from the universe, we must understand that the universe is going to request something back. This is a give and take relationship. The universe just doesn't give, bless, 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 and make it rain on you. You got to send some rain back up. You got to send something back to the universe. That's why we have to consistently contribute to the universe, because the universe is going to consistently contribute to us. And if you want the universe to make it rain on you more, then make it rain on other people in your life. Make it rain on the universe around you. How about that? You want more love, sow more love. You want more money, sow some more money into the spaces that there is some ROI, some return on your investment. Because a lot of us aren't liking the return on the investment that we're getting from some of the stuff we do. We're not liking the return on investment in some of the food that we are eating. But please believe, when you go and eat that thing that you're not supposed to eat, and it turns your stomach all the way upside down and all around, then at that point, you are experiencing adversity. And there is a seed of benefit that happens in that moment as well. In that moment, you learn what not to eat. You learn how your body reacts to certain things, because your body is smart and it will tell you. It will tell you the truth every single time about, was that the right thing to do? Was that the right thing to say? Was that the right thing to eat? Is that the right direction to go? Your body knows, and it will speak to you only if you are willing to listen. Your body is an amazing machine, which is definitely what we're going to talk about today in today's conversation. Because today we're gonna go in on Big Pharma. I'm gonna do my best not to though, but I'm lying. So today we're going to be talking about some healing. But before we get into that, I really want to make sure that you understand that with every adversity, there's a seed of benefit for you. And it might be a seed for somebody else. Take that seed and plant it for your future. And what that means is taking a lesson and applying it where it needs to be applied. Sometimes we have these same experiences and we're like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me again? Because there was a seed planted last time, and now it's time for you to harvest that skill and apply it to this lesson. The lesson didn't happen again just to make it happen again. No, it's testing to make sure. Do you still have this skill set? Are you still equipped to use this skill set? So when your patience is being tried, the universe is making sure, are you still a patient person? Are you still growing your patience? Are you still practicing patience? Because some of us are not practicing patience, so we only practice it in certain areas. I know I'm definitely guilty. I have the most patience when I am teaching somebody, and especially when they have a willingness to learn. But if I'm teaching somebody who does not have a willingness to learn, I have no patience. In standing in line for stuff that really don't make sense, no patience. Like, you cannot get me to stand in or stay in a fast food line, point blank period. I'm not doing it. The value on the other end is not worth it for me. It's not worth the investment of my time. So I always look at what's going on and how I could benefit from it. And I want to encourage you to do the same, because every adversity has something for us. I don't care if you are stuck in traffic. It is an opportunity maybe for you to do some deep breathing. Let's all just take a deep breath. When something is holding you up in line. So now y'all know I'm always preaching to myself. When we're standing in that line, in that grocery store line that is taking forever, it's a moment for us to be present. There's a benefit when things are staying still, because you're constantly moving. The world is constantly moving. Society is constantly moving. Social media reels are constantly moving. Your timeline is constantly moving. So sometimes we do need a moment to sit still. I think very often that's why some people get sick, when they're going. They're not resting. They're not feeding themselves right. They're not exercising. Next thing you know, they are burnt out, or they're suffering from exhaustion or the flu or whatever, because they have not cared for self. So in that moment of adversity, of you being sick in the bed, there's a benefit. In that moment, you get to read, you get to rest, you get to catch up on some things that you haven't had time to catch up on. Maybe even if it's a soap opera, I don't care. I'm not judging you over here. Not today. Maybe later in the show. Be ready, because I will be throwing out some judgments. So let's go ahead and move into the conversation, because, it might be an emotional conversation. It might be a tough conversation, but we're going to have it. I feel like the title of today's show should be To Pill or To Pill Not. Today we are talking about whether it is better to take a pill for a quick or to heal yourself eternally. Very many of us are not equipped with the information to know that our bodies are self-healing machines. We don't know about this fancy word called homeostasis, and all that means is it's a perfect environment for our cells to do what it is that they love to do, which is take care of us. But a lot of us are not creating homeostasis inside of our bodies. We're not creating homeostasis in our outer environment. And a result of that is that we become diseased. We become at dis-ease. We become ill. And know that the real version of what ill meant didn't mean like bleh, sick. You can be ill-tempered. Let's think about this. I'm going to try to take my time so that way I don't hop on the soapbox and go off. But our bodies are self-healing machines. But then we go to the doctor. These people that we put our lives in their hands just because they got a DR on the front of their name and maybe a MD on the end or a PhD or what MO, whatever letters. And because they have these letters, for some reason, we put our trust in them. And we trust that they are going to tell us the right thing. And no slight against our medical professionals out there. I have some friends that are doctors. But these people have been trained to medicate you. They have been trained to manage pain, to manage illness, to manage your dis-eases, but not to heal them, not to cure them. So, of course, the first question in my mind is, if you want to be healed, why would you even go to the doctor? So to answer my question, what I would say is, if you want to go to the doctor, I'm not totally against going to the doctor because they have some resources that you can utilize. They have some equipment and some technology that you can utilize. And what I mean by that is you can go to the doctor and find out, what do they say is the symptoms that they have recognized? What are the issues that they have found? Now, when they whip out that little pad and start writing out the prescriptions, you say, no, thank you. I appreciate you. And leave out the door. Because all you needed was the diagnosis. That diagnosis is going to lead you to what's really going on. What is the route that really needs to be taken? For example, several years ago, I had this beautiful skin that I just loved. I had this young, youthful skin. And the next thing you know, I had sores on my face. Adversity that came with the seed of benefit. Because of this, and because of me knowing a little bit about the medical field, I refused to go to the doctor because I knew they're going to give me some cream to put on my face. But I know that that's not the problem. I wanted to get to the root of the problem. So I invested a few years, maybe about 2 years solid, of studying the body, studying how the body operates, studying how minerals and vitamins operate in our body, how food is processed in our body, how foods affect our body, alkalinic states versus acidic states. I learned all of this. I could probably read a doctor their rights, okay? But I learned everything because I wanted to be able to heal myself. And in this discovery, I discovered that my skin was not the issue, but my skin was part of the solution. Our skin is this big old organ. Yeah, just like your stomach's an organ, your heart is an organ, your skin is a big old organ. And when there are toxins in your body that need to get out, the easiest way for them to get out is through our skin. And so that's what was happening. The toxins were trying to get out of my body. My cells were like, you ain't got no business in here. You got to go, you got to go, you got to go. It's like it was pushing them through the fence. Just imagine that your skin was the fence. I did my homework and I learned that what was going on in my skin was related to my gut health. And what is our gut health related to? Do you ever get a gut feeling about something? Because our gut is related to our intuition or to our mind. So what's going on in our mind is affecting the gut. What's going on in the gut is affecting the skin and all kind of other things too. Ain't that crazy? You know, you hear all these commercials about gut health, gut health, gut health, and you don't even really know what a gut is, because have we ever learned like, oh, this is your gut in school? No, they said this is your stomach, this is your liver, this is your intestines, but your gut? Nobody ever said your gut. I'm not even sure what a gut is in layman's terms to explain to us. Besides, it's that whole stomach area down there. And it does not have homeostasis. It's going to show up in every area of your life, not just your skin. So let's think about this. Let's dial it back. So I had an option. I could have taken a pill, or I took a route of healing. Now, healing takes a little more time, and I think that's why a lot of people don't take the healing route. We live in a microwave society where we want instant fixes. We want quick fixes to everything. We want everything to just be all right. We want a push of a button. Watching too much of the Jetsons, possibly. But that push of the button, that pill, is not healing you, friend. Let's talk about what that pill is really doing. These pills shut down our systems. They shut down systems, they block information, because this is a whole information system going on that you're walking around in. And when information from our senses is sent to the brain starts coming up with a plan to enact, to do something about it. It's got a whole defense system going on. And so when we take this pill, a lot of times, let's, for example, a pain pill. Some pain pills are pain blockers. They're blocking the pain receptors. What does that mean? The little things in your brain that say, hey, there's a problem, there's a problem. It's turning that off. So that way you won't get the notification that there's a problem. So that's what pills are doing. Pills are turning off your notifications the same way we turn off a notification on our phone. The pill is turning off the notifications. It's silencing the notifications. So let me ask you a question, love bug. If you went in your phone setting and turned off the notifications for Instagram or for Facebook or for any type of email app, any kind of app on your phone, does it stop the notifications from coming? Does it stop the inbox from filling up? No. It just stops you getting the message that the inbox is filling up. Same thing that happens when we take a pill. It's stopping the messenger. It's blocking out the messenger from getting the information to the person, quote unquote, who needs it most, which is your brain. So now that your brain doesn't think that it's hurting and doesn't think that there's a problem, now it stops the healing process. It stops doing the work that it knows to do, because your body is a self-healing machine. Your body recreates itself every so many days, every so many weeks. Do your homework. We're not going to go there today. But know that your body is consistently recreating itself. Your skin is constantly recreating itself. It's not the same skin that you had a few months ago or last year. It's not. It might look very much the same, but there are layers to this. And those layers are constantly coming off. Just like a snake sheds, sweetheart, you shed too. And if you thought about that, if you could shed the old skin and the old body and start creating a new body, what kind of new body would you create? And how do we do this? We do this several ways. One way I have to just go ahead and put out there, maybe you haven't heard of Park RX. Park RX is a Park prescription, because doctors are now starting to get more into the mind-body medicine. They're having to, because people are complaining. People are tired of taking this pill that leads to this pill, that leads to this pill, to this ointment. It's ridiculous when you can get outside in nature. You can get outside in some trees, and the trees have a vibrational healing power that you don't have to do anything but just stand there. You don't got to talk to the tree. Now, you can talk to a tree if you want to. You don't have to be a tree hugger and wrap your arms around the tree. No, you can literally just go sit amongst the trees for 20 minutes and tree bathe. You can literally go sit your butt on the ground, and the cells in your body are going to start moving in a different direction. So if you know somebody, or if you are somebody that's dealing with any kind of blood clotting issues, male or female, sit on the ground. And that eliminates that possibility, at least for that time being. Those cells are going to get information, like Beyonce is in the time of get information. They're going to get information and get in the formation that is beginning to heal anything that is not okay in your body. Your cells are like little soldiers that are always ready to go to war. And they're consistently going to war with anything that's in your body that does not belong there. Have you seen these people who take these vaccines and then they get sick? It's because that stuff doesn't belong in their body, and their body is fighting like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Your body knows who belongs and who doesn't belong. It's like its own little personal hood, and they want to know who you know around here. Your cells are protective of you. When people have certain autoimmune diseases, it's because they've been convinced that somebody in their family is not their family. Like these cells don't belong here, when really they do, but it's because sometimes they get a little blinded because we've been feeding ourselves so much toxicity. We're feeding ourselves toxic foods, toxic drinks, toxic thoughts. Did you know stress is a toxin? Stress is one of the biggest toxins. It's one of the biggest causes of people being at dis-ease. Say dis-ease from now on versus disease, because that's what's really going on. You're at dis-ease about something in your life, about something in your past, and now it is manifesting in your body, because whatever your mind says, your body follows. If you don't want to remember things, then guess what? Your mind is going to stop remembering things, not just that one experience in life that you wish you could erase out of your past. It's going to start deleting all kinds of memories. It's just going to be hitting the delete button. Delete, 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 delete. It's not going to just delete one time. If you tell yourself, I don't want to look at this anymore. Think about kids. You wonder why kids wear glasses? It's because they do not want to see what's going on in their environment. You can say, oh, but their mom and dad wear glasses. Yeah, because they don't want to see what's going on in their environment either. And they've passed that programming down. The body does what the mind says. So guess what? If we decide we want to heal, then we can be healed. In this nice collection of books that some of us read, it says, only say the word and I shall be healed. Because it's that simple. It's about your belief system. Do you believe that you can be healed? Do you even have a desire to be healed, or do you just want to keep on being fixed? Do you still want to keep having temporary fixes? How many of us know somebody who's had a surgery on something and then a problem reoccurred in that same area? So let's say we had knee surgery, but then something else happens to the knee. Or we have hip surgery, lung surgery. It doesn't matter. I know so many women who have had fibroids, something done down there in the women parts, and guess what? They still end up having these issues, even it might be a couple months later. So they had a temporary ease, but then they were back at dis-ease because they did not fix what the real problem is. So you can take all the pills you want, but just know it's going to lead you to another pill. Or you can invest that same amount of time, that same amount of money, that same amount of energy into healing your body, healing your mind more so, healing your thoughts, healing your memories, healing your mental and emotional wounds, healing your spiritual wounds. When we begin to heal what's going on in our mind and change the thought patterns, our body is going to get in order. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Heal your mind and the rest will follow. All illness is a mental illness. All therapy is psychotherapy. So maybe some of us, instead of running to the doctor, may want to consider running to the therapist, running to the psychologist, running to a psychiatric place. Stay away from the pills, though. Tell them to give you some placebos and don't tell you the difference. Because you don't need anything external, really, to heal yourself. Now, you might use something temporary, but use it as a temporary something. But start the journey towards healing, whatever is going on. I don't care if it's high blood pressure, low blood pressure, acne, asthma, psoriasis. I don't care what it is. It all can be healed and it all can be permanently fixed if you only desire such. If you only put your mind to it. You can heal the world with your mind. But instead, we're using our mind to come up with everything else. We're using our mind to complain. We're using our mind to focus on the adversity versus the seed of benefit that came with it. Consider what it is that you're battling. And either one, book a session with me so you can figure out what's really going on. Or simply go on your search engine and type in whatever your issue is. Let's say it's blood pressure, high blood pressure, spiritual meaning of high blood pressure, spiritual meaning of a cold, spiritual meaning of back pain. I don't care what is going on in your body. There is a direct connection to something that is going on in your mind. So if you really want to be healed, don't go take a pill. Do the research to find out what's going on in your body. Do the research to find out what's going on in your mind, and burn the candle at both ends. Change your diet, change your activities, incorporate some things that you know have been missing out of your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual diet, and start implementing those things and start doing the healing work, because you deserve to be healed. You are healed, whole, and complete, and you have been designed to be healed, whole, and complete. So tap into your own inner healing. Tap into your body's system. It's a whole self-healing system if you give it what it needs to do the work. So begin to create homeostasis within your body. Begin to create homeostasis in your home and in your office or whatever environment that you are in on a regular basis. We do that by cleaning things up physically, by cleaning things up mentally and emotionally, cleaning up our relationships, maybe doing some forgiveness of self, forgiveness of the people around us, maybe having more compassion for ourselves and having compassion for other people. Maybe you can give yourself a break. Within that compassion, you can heal. Give yourself some empathy and really take the time to get to know what is going on with me that is creating this situation. So that way the situation can be gone and gone forever. You have the power to heal. You have power of life and death in your tongue. You have the power to heal in your heart. You have the power to heal in your hands. Use what you already have and heal yourself. Be committed to the journey. Be committed to making the necessary changes in order for you to live life more abundantly, life more happy and healthy, because that's what you deserve. And that's why you tuned into this show. I know. So tune in next week. Share this with somebody that you know is going through some type of illness. They might be a little mad at you, but this is a necessary conversation that we all must have with ourselves. What do I really need to heal from? What's really going on in my mind that is now manifesting in my body? What did this adverse situation bring with it to benefit me? I love you, love bug, and I appreciate you being here with me and having this conversation today. I'll see you next week. Be happy, be healthy, and definitely, please, be you. I love you all.